So I'm Stan.
I'm Ben.
And we have the Stanwich food truck. We try to bring signature sandwiches from around this country, different cultures, the different states, and do it as authentic as we can with a little playful twist of our own. So collectively, we have almost 40 years of financial institution experience. Ben actually still works for a financial institution.
Yeah, I've been doing operations for 20 years in the credit union world. We always cooked.
I think what kicked it off is I lost my job in, 2 years ago? Coming up on 2 years ago. And at that point I threw in the towel. I was done with corporate America, just burnt. We've always had a passion for cooking, so, we've been friends since, 7th, 8th grade?
Yeah.
So, growing up through the years, we have barbecues, we have cookouts. Ben and I were always the ones that were serious about the party, right? When I lost my job, I was really serious about starting a food business. I had probably in the last 2 years before that, I had gotten serious about home cooking and started doing restaurant style stuff at home. So I wanted to bring that and do that for a living. That's kind of what makes me happy and when I'm in my element. So he was on board and kind of sat down and said, all right, let's do this. Quality of life, right? Like, wake up every day. I mean, I work harder than I have in all 17 years in banking, but I enjoy every minute of it, and it doesn't, I don't feel like it tears from my soul the way that the corporate world did. I literally had my stars align. I had my second child on the way. I lived in a very expensive part of Chicago where childcare would have been a big issue. All of a sudden a job came up where the company said, who wants to work in Portland? I raised my hand, they reload me, so they paid for the move, and then I got to come back to family and have that network of support there.
I've been in the Northwest my entire life, between Portland and Seattle. I've always lived here, but I grew up in Vancouver, and it's nice. Portland's just across the bridge if you want to get into the bigger city, Seattle's a couple hours away, so the growing small business in Vancouver is exciting. Being a part of that, meeting a lot of people in that world has been great. So
yeah, I mean, having grown up here, no one hung out downtown. So to see the transformation, to see the neighborhoods come into life, and Vancouver developing its own culture is special, and I think it's near and dear to both of our hearts. Definitely. And something that we want to participate in. A couple local boys could be a part of that too, and bring something good to the community. Then one of the things we evaluated when we set up the truck here is you have 700-800 food trucks, carts over in Portland alone. I mean, there's maybe 15 over here. So being in on the ground floor, you have the waterfront project that just went in. That's going to attract a lot of things. So we're really in that bottom layer of developing a Vancouver culture, and a self-sustaining. Hey, it's party time on Main Street. So that's the stuff that excites us, that motivated us to want to be a part of this business community. You got a community over here that is trying to build its own identity, so everyone's working together, whereas Portland already went through that phase. Now it's the I'm original, you're a transplant, like I don't like you type sort of thing, and you just have this conflicting vibe over there. Not that Portland's not cool, it's a lot of awesome spots, but
there's a definite sense of community. And I didn't really realize it until we started this. And I mean, just in the few months we've been open and the people we've met, I mean, it's just everybody is connected and has us at their back. And they're, pushing each other up, and they want everybody, at least it feels this way, they genuinely want everybody else to do well. And they're going to do everything they can to, push them and support them and promote them. And as a small community, doing that, it just feels good. It's like, we all got each other's back. I mean, there's other food options, and we're competing, but even then, we're friendly. We're promoting each other, and it's great. Yeah. It feels good.